OK，好。
等一下啊，你给
好
我，我必须去找另外一家电脑，一下下，
OK，
对不起。
没事。
可
Okay,
是这样的
Edwin,
话
I
OK，
sudah enable itu share screen.
sorry。
I sudah enable itu share screen. Boleh try again lah.
No, it's not the Zoom thing, it's my laptop. Sorry ah.
Okay, try one more time.
Apa? Kak Im, later dia dia try satu laptop lagi.
Okay, okay. But just now, itu share screen belum enable lah.
Huh?
Tadi.
Really?
That's why tak boleh. I baru sudah enable.
Oh.
Tak apa.
Tapi dia co-host pak.
Oh, dia co-host ah?
Oh, that is because of dia punya company punya laptop ada
Okay.
security setting.
Alright,
Yes.
okay. We wait for her lah.
We wait lah. Maybe alam bagi dia 5 minit je delay lah.
Alright, okay.
So yeah, okay. Alright. Okay, Alice, I see you already. Okay, good. Make the slide to the first slide. Okay, then you go for full screen. Full screen. Yes. Okay, that's good. Alice 试试看你的声音，这样。Can you speak? I want to test your sound. Sing a song.
Hello. Good
Okay.
evening.
All right. That's good. Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
Okay, I see you all later.
Okay. Thank you. You can stop sharing.
Thank you.
And go return to the first slide. Thank you. Okay, Kaim. Later, you just follow the flow.
All right. Can. Okay, Assalamualaikum and good morning, everyone. Can you hear my voice? If you can hear my voice, please type 2121. I want to see the audience reaction. Okay, so my voice is loud and clear. Okay, so sorry again for some slight technical issue just now. Okay, so I see now have around 49 to 50 people are watching online tonight. So we meet again on our Monday English meeting. So for the first timer, actually every week we have our English online meeting, and we can learn so much from today's meeting. And before that, I also want to introduce myself. My name is Koim Shime bin Samad Yahya. I'm still working as an engineer and doing MBS part-time. Okay, so tonight, is everyone ready to hear about what our topic for tonight? And our topic tonight should be very, very interesting because it's a very hot topic in I think in Malaysia, because now everyone is talking about gut reset. So what is gut reset? So tonight we have a very, very special speaker. Focus tonight is purely for gut reset. Because normally we will have one product demo and one topic sharing lah. But tonight we want to focus more on this gut reset to make it clear what our really what is gut reset, how it can benefit us, how it can benefit our customer. So before I introduce our speaker, I will talk a little bit about her background. So our speaker background is she has a diploma in nutrition, so that's why she's the most suitable person to talk about this gut reset. And currently have a USM computer science software engineering graduate and work as a personal admin for 10 years. And also now she's working as a business consultant and at an audit firm, and have been sharing nutrition knowledge for more than 22 years. 22 years, I think some people here not yet 22. So very, very long. So before I introduce her, so let us welcome our speaker for tonight, which is founder Sophia Alicia. So please welcome her with a round of applause. Thank you.
Hi, good evening. Can everyone hear me? If you can hear me, give me a 666. Oh, you all can hear me. Okay, good evening. First of all, I would like to take the opportunity to thank ECBI for giving me this opportunity to share about one of like what Kawim said just now, that right now we have this gut reset program which is hot in the market. I would like to take the opportunity to thank all my uplines, Emerald Francis and Julie, Emerald Haisiang and King Huang, my diamond, Eric and Hun Tiang, and Mr. and Mrs. Ho, and the rest of the ECBI leaders, because of all this and because of the superb ECBI system, that's where I am today and who I am today. If not, I will still be working in MNC as a software engineer. That's where I started my MOA business. Without further ado, time is also short. I think I will start my nutrition sharing tonight, okay, which is gut reset program for a better health. Let me share my slide. Can everyone see my slide? Okay, yeah. Okay, so basically tonight is about our gut. Okay, so why we need to know about gut health is ultimately everyone wants to be healthy. Okay, when we talk about well-being, it's not just about not falling sick, not just about absence of disease of illness, but it's about how we can enjoy our life, how we can actually perform in the sense that whether you are working, you are at home, or you are enjoying your own favorite physical activities, and especially how we feel. Okay, and improving or having a well-being is not something that happens overnight. It's not like I want to become healthy and without falling sick, and then I just don't do anything and then I can be healthy. It doesn't happen that way. It actually requires a holistic approach, guidance and support. But ultimately, I believe every one of us want to live a happier and healthy lifestyle, right? Wait, okay. Just now my slide actually stuck. No worry. So look at this survey. Okay, this is actually a survey conducted by our Ministry of Health. It's actually called the National Health and Mobility Survey. Okay, basically, this survey is to monitor the health of our Malaysia population. So from this survey, we will notice that 1 in 2 adults in Malaysia are actually overweight and obese, and 1 in 5 adults are actually have diabetes. But especially for those who are having diabetes, you might not know you're having it. So that's something that we need to really take note of. And then 4 in 10 adults are having high cholesterol level. And then 3 in 10 adults are having high blood pressure. And only half are aware that they have high blood pressure. So with this statistic or survey result, it's important that we know how to manage and maintain weight at a healthy level. Okay, so basically it actually means that if you are overweight or obese and you did not manage your weight healthily, the chances of getting one of these three diseases like diabetes, high cholesterol, or high blood pressure, the chances will be very high. You'll be at risk of getting all this. Okay, so how are we going to reduce our chances of having all these high bad cholesterol level or blood pressure, or reduce the risk of having diabetes in the future? We can actually take part or start the Body Key Gut Reset Weight Management Program. Okay, some might say that I'm slim and fit, I might not need this, but today or even tonight, I will only cover the gut reset portion, or we call it the gut reset program. Basically, Body Key Neutralite actually has this Body Key Gut Reset Weight Management Program. Okay, it's actually a 60 or to a year type of program, and it focuses on weight management. But today or tonight, we will only learn the day 1 to 13 gut reset. Okay, then after that, if you want to get to know about the actual weight management, I actually encourage everyone to participate or register yourself for your Fit program. If you can actually talk to your upline or whoever that invite you to this meeting to get to know our Fit program, which is very effective in managing a healthy weight. Okay. So let's get started. What is Gut Reset Program? So Gut Reset Program, like what I just mentioned just now, is actually refers to the day 1 to 14 of our Body Key Weight Management Program monitoring guidelines, where we actually kickstart the 14-day healthy gut reset. And the purpose of doing so is basically to rebalance our microbiome. That means the home for our good bacteria, and prime our body to better absorb nutrients, and subsequently help us to actually adapt a healthy meal plan and exercise guide. So it's not just a detox program. It's got nothing to do with detox, but basically it helps us to rebalance our gut home and prepare our body to absorb better nutrients. Okay, so before we actually get to the detail, maybe we learn what is gut. Okay, what is the gut? So basically it refers to the gastrointestinal tract. And this, in short, we call it the GI tract. It's not just a tube that runs from our mouth to anus. Basically, if you really lay it down, if you look at the surface of this GI tract, it could be one badminton court. That's how big it is. Okay. So the key function of this GI tract basically is it digests our gut. The key function of our gut is basically to digest food. Okay, help us to break up the food into tiny manageable units for us to absorb, and then it helps our body to get hold of the essential nutrients. It absorbs the nutrients for various functions like energy as fuel for the body, blood component that keep us strong. And then the third one is the removal of toxin and waste materials that help our body remove all those undigested food and eliminate toxins that could be harmful to our body. Okay. So our gut health, actually, if we talk about gut health, we normally will look at probiotics. So what is probiotics? Probiotics basically means good bacteria. In Greek, it means for life. And these probiotics are friendly and good bacteria inside our gut microbiome, or the home for our gut. Okay, and it keeps us healthy all the way. Okay, if we have enough good bacteria, okay, or we call it balance. So what is gut microbiome? You always hear this term gut microbiome. So basically this gut microbiome is the home for our 100 trillion microorganisms. Okay, and that's how much of microbiome in our gut. Okay, it equivalent to 10 bacterial cells to every human cells. And then inside our gut, there are 1,000 types of bacteria, both good and bad bacteria, and more than 400 to 500 strains. That's how much of strains of bacteria that is living in our intestine. And the weight can actually go up to 1 to 2 kg. So when we talk about give me a second. Okay, sorry about that. Give me a second. So sorry, I'm back. I'm actually having problems seeing my slide. I don't know why. So it's going to be testing my memory, see whether how much I can remember. Okay, no worry. So about healthy gut, when we talk about healthy gut, it talks about balance, it talks about diversify. A healthy gut should have a balance of 85% of good bacteria and 15% of bad bacteria. Okay, so that's why we talk about it needs to be balanced. We cannot have 100% good bacteria and 0% of bad bacteria. We need to have about like 85 of good bacteria and 15% of bad bacteria in order to say that this is a healthy gut. So the food that we eat will fuel or actually feed all the trillions of bacteria that live in our gut. But in today's modern food hierarchy, you will notice that the food that we eat normally are unhealthy diet that is high in fat, sugar, carbohydrates, and it's actually low in fiber, right? And that actually impacts our gut health and create an imbalance in our gut microbiome. Okay, look at some of the Malaysian food. You look at the menu, what you see? It's very delicious, right? And it tastes good. These are all our delicious Malaysian food. But does it actually give us is it the good food to feed our good bacteria? It's actually high fat, high carbohydrate, and high calorie. But if you in terms of looking at the protein, not much, right? So our main factor contributing to unhealthy gut microbiome these days is actually from the survey that we had just now. 95% of our dogs are not consuming the recommended daily amount of both fruits and vegetables. Okay, and beside that, other factors that will affect our gut health is basically like, for example, lactose intolerance, stress, sleep, not enough sleep. Some might consume alcohol. Some might actually experience constipation or diarrhea, very frequent. So all these contribute to the poor gut health. And this poor gut health basically will affect our joint, heart, brain. You will have a sensitive skin. Okay, our immune system might be very low. We can easily get sick. It affects our mood, sleep, stress, and the stress level. And then in terms of weight, because it will actually slowing down our body metabolism, which can lead to weight gain. Okay. So this is something very interesting. There is a study that there are twin pairs. Okay, a pair of twins. two different group of mice have been raised in a sterilized environment. Okay, and then we have these twin pairs. One is actually slim, the other one is actually obese. Okay, so when they actually transport the gut microbiodata into the respective mice, then you'll notice that though by giving the same low fat and high fiber diet, the one that inherit the slim gut microbiodata mice will continue to stay slim. But the one that actually inherited from the obese twin, the mice actually become obese. So from this study, what we learn is that healthy gut is very important in helping us to absorb the digested nutrients from food. Okay, this is number one. So healthy gut also helps to maintain a healthy weight. Okay, so we need to make sure our gut is healthy. And this data also shows that 70% of our immune system actually comes from our gut. And then the research also points to the gut as our second brain. That means if our gut is healthy, then we will have a better mental well-being with moods lifted, stress reduced, and sleep improved. And it is also found that our skin health and those high cholesterol level, high blood pressure, and the high sugar level in our gut are closely related to our gut. That means if we have a healthy gut, we can reduce all the chances or the risk of getting all those three highs. Okay. So science that shows that we are actually need for a gut reset. If any one of you is having stomach disturbances like bloating, burping most of the time, especially constipation, whether you pass motion every day and whether is it diarrhea, all actually shows that your gut need a reset. And then stress, where you will crave for high sugar food. If you have unintentional weight changes, either putting on weight a lot or especially you have weight loss, or actually sleep disturbances, or you feel fatigue most of the time, low energy, skin irritation, unstable mood, poor immune health, or food intolerance. That means certain food that will cause discomfort to your stomach. If you have any of these signs, it actually shows that it's time for you to have a gut reset. So what we can do if you have the above sign, you kickstart the 14-day healthy gut reset program. Okay, so the main objective for this gut reset program is basically to rebalance our gut microbiome by introducing probiotics, which is the good bacteria, and prebiotics into the meal plan. Prebiotics is basically the food for the probiotics, and it actually prime or prepare our body to better absorb nutrients and practice healthy food habits. And it also helps to help us to adapt to a healthy meal plan and exercise gut. And it helps us to restore our health by focusing on the long-term health benefits. Okay, so reset your gut within these 14 days. To be healthy for a long term, we must address our gut. Okay, so why 14 days? Because based on study, and then it actually shows that if we need to have 14 days to basically prepare our body for a transition. It's actually a transition. Like what I mentioned earlier, it's not an overnight thing. So we need some time to actually transition to a healthy diet and lifestyle. Because now we are talking not just by eating food, but it's a more holistic, scientific approach to stay healthy. So in these 14 days, what we need to intend to achieve is our good and bad bacteria is in a balanced ratio. and then we will have a unique combinations of probiotics and prebiotics. And then if can, we make sure we have breakfast daily. In our current lifestyle, most of us, I'm not sure about you all, but the work environment or my colleagues, most of them, they don't take breakfast. Okay, they will take brunch, which is around 11. No? So this one, by not taking breakfast is actually not good for our gut health. Okay. So before we actually go into the day 1 or 14, you will be asked to take part of this medical symptom toxicity questionnaire, or we call it MSQ. Okay, later you can actually snapshot the barcode that I will show you. But basically why we need to take this questionnaire is it's a 10 minutes questionnaire. Basically know where we are, and then how healthy or is our gut, and then we will have to plan it out how to make it healthy if after the questionnaire you notice that your result is not so healthy. Okay, so you can take some time to actually screenshot this, and then maybe we can do this after the meeting. I believe you can, after you have done the questionnaire, you can actually go back to your upline or whoever that invites you to this meeting to gauge on how healthy is your gut. Okay. So part of being healthy, or before we actually start the 14-day reset program, is best that we also have some sort of health screening. Okay, I always encourage my friend, if possible, at least once a year, go for a regular health screening or blood testing. Okay, it could be like what Amway has partnered with InnoQuest, is a blood testing facility where you can actually test out how healthy you are. Okay, and this is a form to keep track of your overall physical well-being. And for even more famous one is called the PEP lab. You can actually take up that blood test. But right now, since with Neutralite, we can partner with InnoQuest. Why not we choose InnoQuest? Okay, I believe you can actually ask your upline or your friends who actually invited you here, where can you go to this InnoQuest facility for a blood test. Okay. So once you have done your blood test, normally what we would like to look at is we'll look at your lipid profile. Basically, this will look at how healthy is your cholesterol level. Okay. Another thing that you would know is your blood sugar level, or we call it the blood glucose profile. And the last one is blood pressure. Blood pressure, you don't have to take, it's not determined by your blood. Okay, but basically there's an equipment to actually measure whether your blood pressure is actually at a healthy level. Okay. So the next slide, this is a very, because some of my friends will say that, Alice, so troublesome, have to go and draw blood. Can we have something simple that can tell whether my gut is healthy or not? So basically, just one question. I normally will ask them, do you pass motion every day? Maybe you might want to ask yourself, do you pass motion every day? Okay, and there's this golden rule for a healthy poop. Okay, the color needs to be golden brown. The shape needs to be like banana. Banana means there's a tip at each of the edge, or the tip at the end. Okay, and then in terms of smell, it could be slight or no smell at all. And then the time taken to pass motion should be 5 minutes. It should not be 10, 15, or even 30 minutes. So if maybe next time, try not to bring your handphone into the toilet when you pass motion. Okay, try to concentrate. Basically, it should be less than 5 minutes. Okay, and the frequency is at least once a day. Okay, so some of my friends says that it's very normal since young. I normally pass motion 2-3 days once. Do you think it's healthy to pass motion 2-3 days once? Some even tell me, like the other day, my daughter came back, Mom, my classmate, 1 week once. I say, how healthy is your classmate? She say, at the age of 11, the whole face break out. Okay, this is actually one of the sign. And then there's bad breath as well. Okay, only age 11. So I told my daughter, maybe you might want to share knowledge with your friends and get them to stay healthy. Okay, but I also always share this. If you are passing motion 3 days once, for example, you imagine yourself having a container. You put in 3 days breakfast, lunch, dinner, or whatever snack in between inside that container. Let's say Monday. Whatever you eat, you keep it. Then after that, 3 days later, you open it up, the container. What will you find? You'll find that the food actually rancid. And sure got smell one. The color is different, the smell is different. That is actually happen in our gut. Okay, or in fact in our colon, if you don't pass motion daily. Okay, so it's very, very important that we pass motion daily. So at Amway, we actually look at 5 pillars of well-being. One is nutrition, activity, mindset, sleep, and stress. So we shall look at it one by one. So for gut reset program, there is a 4R for us to reset our gut. Okay, the 4 R's are, first is remove and replace. What we are going to do is we try within these 14 days, we remove the refined carbohydrates and saturated fat, and we replace it with complex carbohydrate, healthy fat, and lean protein. Okay, refined carbohydrates could be white bread, for example, and then you replace it with complex carbohydrate. That means you might eat wholemeal bread instead of white bread. Okay, and then rebalance and reset basically means we rebalance the gut microbiome with probiotics and prebiotics, and then we reset our body system with high quality protein and functional foods. Okay, so basically is when we talk about removing the refined carbohydrates, is we try to reduce the processed food, replace the simple carbs, and during this 14 days, we don't look at the calorie. Basically, we try to build a more healthy eating habits by replacing all the simple carb, refined carbs to actually complex one. Okay, and try to cut down those processed food. Try to eat whole food instead of taking pears from tin food. We actually go and buy pears and then wash it and then we eat it. And then if possible, try not to take in food after 8 p.m. Okay, and then how we can replace most of the simple carbs or fried food, we can actually have whole grain, have more fruits and vegetables, and then you can have nuts or seeds. Okay, and then we rebalance it with the probiotics and prebiotics, and then another one, reset it with high quality protein. We can actually use Nutrilite meal replacement and functional food. But most importantly, like the last sentence is, we need to stay hydrated, at least 2 liters of water per day. So drinking 2 liters of water is about like 8 glasses of water, every time about 250 ml. This is very important. So for this one, basically again, it says that why we need to replace refined carbohydrates with the complex one. This is to make sure we have enough probiotics and high fiber foods which are rich with prebiotics. Prebiotics are foods for our good bacteria probiotics. So if possible, we should consume more fruits and vegetables that has high fiber. In fact, each one of us, we are supposed to have intake of 20 to 30 grams of fiber daily. But nowadays, I believe most of us don't do that. Later, you look at how we can actually achieve that. Okay, and if possible, it's not just fruits and vegetables. We need to have 5 colors of fruits and vegetables. So if we really look at it, sometimes it's a challenge, especially if, like for myself, I'm a working single mom. I seldom cook. I normally will take order. Okay. By doing so, by buying food outside, I noticed that the fruits and vegetables, in order to meet that requirement, is actually a challenge. So that's why I would supplement it. That's the purpose of the word food supplement. Food supplement basically means we supplement to make our food balanced. Because I don't think I can meet the 5 to 9 servings of fruits and vegetables in a day. That is very challenging to me. Okay, so that's why I would supplement it with food supplement just to meet that 20 to 30 grams requirement. Okay, that's the purpose of food supplement. So when we look at remove and replace on fats, okay, the type of fats that we eat will have a direct impact on our heart health, okay, beside just our gut health. So if we can, we try to cut down the trans fat and reduce the saturated fat. Okay, the fried food, the fast food. It's not that we eliminate, we totally don't take. Especially for children, you limit them maybe once a week is still fine, rather than you take it every day. And then we try to replace with good food. Okay, so for good fats, it will help to reduce the gut inflammation problem. Okay, so that's why we need to take in more good fats. But it's also a challenge in modern world to get enough good fats. So that's why we will notice that more and more research will show that omega-3 fatty acid is actually very good for our gut health. So next we actually look at why we need to take more fruits and vegetables. Because fruits and vegetables, they have their own, they also call functional foods. Okay, it actually brings health, which is beyond basic nutrition. Or later you will see how Nutralite actually has a recommendation of functional foods for different type of disease. Okay, for gut health, for high cholesterol, for blood pressure, for high sugar level. Okay, later you will have a look on this. This is the next slide. Now, this is what I've just mentioned. The functional foods basically means each food have their own function. They have their own enzyme or properties that will deal with, like for example, the one with purple cabbage, black plum, green pears, sweet potatoes, and blueberries. This one, if you juice it, blend it, juice it, you actually have the property, which is the nutrients, which are very good for our gut. Okay, so the second one, celery, beetroot, green apple, Brussels sprout, kiwi, or citrus fruit. This one is good for our heart. And the third one is carrot, dragon fruit, cherry, tomato, celery, beetroot. This one is basically good to reduce our high cholesterol level. And the last one, which is for those who are diabetes or having high pre-diabetic or high sugar level, we can actually blend this bitter gourd, baby spinach, cucumber, alfalfa sprout, or water almond, and then we drink it. Okay, so there are some of the Nutralite products which will help to rebalance and reset our body mechanism. One of them is our soy protein drink. Okay, it actually provides you the essential amino acid, and then protein is actually our basic building blocks for our cells. So it's very important, since it's a basic building blocks of our cells, we need to have enough protein. And this one is actually made of 3 plant sources: soy, wheat, and pea. So for vegetarian friends, they can actually take this. Okay. The next one would be our meal replacement shake. Basically, this meal replacement shake it consists of 17 gram of plant protein, 5 gram of fiber, and 22 types of vitamins and minerals. Okay. With the soy protein drink together with the meal replacement shake, it actually can become a very quick prepared. You don't have, it can be prepared in less than 5 minutes time. Just tear the scoop, one scoop, and then fill up with 250 or 300 milliliter of water. You shake it, then on the go. I normally will actually drink it while I drive to work, because from my place to the workplace is actually take 40 minutes to 1 hour time. So sometimes I just make it and then I will just bring along with me and I'll take it while I was driving. Okay. And another salmon omega complex, this one is to make sure we have enough of good fats, because omega-3 fatty acids are actually is critical structure component for our cell membrane. Okay, basically, is a very good anti-inflammation. So for anyone who has gut inflammation problem or always have stomach ache or discomfort, with this salmon omega complex, it will help to ease the problem. Then the perfect match for gut health is actually is this two. Okay, one is our mixed fiber powder. The other one is our probiotics. We basically call it the botanical beverage mix chicory root extract with probiotics. Looking at the mixed fiber powder, it offers a convenient way to get additional fiber and provides prebiotics to support the good gut flora and intestinal health. Okay, so basically it's in sachet. You just have to tear it and then you mix it inside the drink. Okay, the probiotics is also in sachet form. It actually, one sachet will actually provide 6.3 billion live probiotics. And our probiotics consists of 5 strains. Okay, not one, not two. If you're having it, those yogurt drink, normally they have 1 to 2 strains only, but we have actually 5, and including 2 of the most well-studied probiotic strain, the lactobacillus and bifidobacteria, to help to support a healthy digestive and immune system. Okay, it's basically this sachet. So if you look at our body jumpstart kit, basically has the above product that I just mentioned. Okay, so that's why you will notice that our gut reset program, body key gut reset weight management program, basically have this. And then inside you have this perfect match for gut health, which is what the main focus of the day 1 to day 14. Okay. So next, we come to talk about how we can have good proportion. Because some of my friends basically will ask me, Alice, what do you mean by 1 serving of fruits or 1 serving of vegetable? How do I know 1 serving is how much? Basically, each one of us, we just need to look at our hand. So when we say that 1 serving of protein is basically our palm size, this is called 1 serving. For carbohydrate, it needs to be our fist, because I'm just 5'2". Okay, compared to someone who is 6', the hand should be much larger than mine. Okay, so the carbohydrate consumption will be different. So how do you know it's different? Is you look at your fist. Okay, when I attended the wellness certification program way back in 2004 at Wawasan Open University, our Dr. Rashban, the trainer, basically tell us carbohydrate, each one of us every meal should have 1 fist. And because of that, when I had my second child, I know how much carbohydrate or rice I should take during my pregnancy. And with this guide, it helps to make sure I don't get induced diabetic, because when I had my son, the eldest one, I have no nutrition knowledge. Okay, so basically for Chinese or for the elderly people, they will tell me, hey, right now you are pregnant, you should take double. Everything needs to take double. So, but when I do that, I realized that I was overweight. Okay, from S I become triple XL, and then I actually had induced diabetic during my first pregnancy because I don't know anything about nutrition. Okay, at that time I haven't joined Amway or actually learned through Amway yet. Okay, but with 10 years in Amway business, then I had my second daughter. Or should say, the first pregnancy, I actually delivered my son in 31 years old. At that time, I have high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and I had induced diabetic. 10 years later, when I'm in Amway and I learn up all the nutrition knowledge, when I deliver my daughter at the age of 41, I'm actually much more healthier. Okay, I don't have my blood pressure was normal. I don't have induced diabetic, and then my cholesterol level is also perfect. So in fact, the pregnancy was very enjoyable, and it's how to say, very easy. Not like the first one, I have to have much worry. So when you talk about fats, we need to have what your thumb size. But if you look in terms of fried food, I don't think we can fry food using the thumb size of fats or oil to fry food. Okay, for fruits, one serving means also fish size. And if let's say you talk about vegetable, it's about 2 both hand cup. This is considered one serving. Okay, you might want to screenshot this. So next time you can easily know when people say, oh, you need to have 5 servings of fruits and vegetable. So for example, 5 serving of fruits, that means you have to have 5 fish. Okay, 5 servings of vegetables, that means you have to have both hand cup 5 times. That is how much. But most importantly, we need to make sure we drink enough water. Okay. Then talk about food sequence. This one, when I was in Wawasan Open University way back in 2004, this is also what I learned back then. Okay, food sequence actually influence our gut health as well, especially for those who always have gastric, who suffer from gastric, or who always have bloatedness. That means after eat, you find your stomach very hard and so bloated. If you know or start to practice the food sequence, it will actually help. For my 22 years of experience, I noticed all my friends who is having gastric or indigestion or bloatedness, once I get them to adjust their food sequence when they take food, then it actually helps. So first thing first, the photo that I took is basically my lunch. Okay, I normally would choose to take economy rice. Why? So that I can meet the servings that I need. Okay. Uh, I think later, just now you will notice we also have this Malaysia healthy plate, where right now we talk about suku-suku separuh. But this suku-suku separuh Malaysia healthy plate, actually I learned about this way back in 2004 as well. Okay, but during that time, no one talked about suku-suku separuh. That means half, quarter, half plate. Okay, that time no one talks about it. It basically says that if using a plate, you need to have half of your plate fruits and vegetable. Okay, quarter is only for your rice, your carbo, and then another quarter is for your protein type of food like meat or poultry, fish. Okay, so with this food sequence, you notice what I normally take with economy rice is I'll make sure I have 2 veggie to mark up the half, the separoh. Then I will have quarter rice. But sometimes when you're economy rice, they will cup for you, right? So I normally will ask them to lessen it. If not, I'll just make sure I will take just my fist size of rice. Okay, then you'll have another quarter of soup. So the sequence would be, if you have soup, you take 1-2 sip of soup. Okay, if not, you drink some warm water, not cold water if possible, because our stomach is very fragile. You need to treat your stomach like a lady. Okay, basically when you drink soup or water, it's like you wake up. Ask them to actually wake up. Food is coming in. You need to get ready to start working already. Oh, then after that you start to take your vegetables. Yeah. After vegetables, then you eat your meat, egg, tofu. The last one will be rice and noodles. But most of my friends were actually against it for the third and fourth, because they will say that, Alice, how can I just eat the rice and noodles? But I say, okay lah, at least the first two, soup, then followed by vegetable. Third, fourth, you can actually mix it. Okay. So try to adapt or change to this new eating sequence. Then another one is about the best time to take meals. 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. is the best time to take our breakfast. Okay. 12, and there is a study, in fact, there are studies about if you take your breakfast after 9, the chances of developing diabetes or diabetic will be very high. You will cause your high blood pressure very high. Why? Because if you talk about our body clock, 9 to 11, that's where our body will start to digest food. Okay, so if you have taken your breakfast in the morning before 9, 7 to 9, once already digested, is inside your stomach, then when it's time to 9 a.m. to 11 a.m., it can be properly digested. Same goes to 12 to 2 and then 6 to 8. And if possible, after 8 p.m., don't take food. But I know it's a challenge. Like for me, with my current job, sometimes I reach home 9:30. Okay, so my dinner sometimes is at 9, some is at 9:30. And some of my friends who work in supermarket, they finish at 10, 10:30, and that's where they start to take their dinner. So with that dinner, then what you can do is after dinner, you have to rest like about 1 hour plus before you actually go to sleep. Don't go straight away, go lie down and then sleep, or lie down and play your handphone, because for long run, it's not good for our gut. Okay, and then you might develop reflux problem. Okay. So meal plan and sample. The next one will give you a guideline how we can actually take all this. When in the morning, just talk about myself. For the past 20 years, since since 2004, almost 20 years. Every morning, first thing first, I will take our fiber, and then I will drink 500 milliliter of warm water. Yes, initially when I first started, I can't take 500 ml. So I will just take 250 ml. So this practice has been started since 2004. Okay. Then after that, I think about 5 to 10 minutes, I will have the feeling of going to pass motion. So I'll actually go and pass motion. Okay. Then I will take my breakfast. So for those, like for example, what you see in this slide, you'll notice that it says that begin your morning with a glass of clean water. And then at maybe around 8, 7 to 9, you can actually take a sachet of the one stick or one sachet of the fiber powder, together with our probiotics, okay? If you want to add on with our protein, you can do so, and then blend it together with our functional food. You can actually choose one of the food, the functional juice, okay? And then you mix it together and then you drink it. And then you can have a wholemeal bread, huh? And then if you want to drink coffee, try to drink coffee with black, okay? Not those from Starbucks or Coffee Bean, which has high sugar. And if possible, not to drink cold, okay? Because it's early in the morning, it's your breakfast. But so these are some of the healthy juice, okay, using our functional food. Like for example, you can have green apple, celery, and small beetroot, okay? And then you actually mix with 1 stick of our Neutralite mixed fiber powder. And then together with our probiotics plus water, you blend it, and then you can bring it along with you and drink it. If you don't have time to blend it in the morning, what you can do is do it in the evening. Take it during your dinner. It's fine. At least once a day. Once a day to feed yourself with all this good functional food, which can provide you prebiotics. Prebiotics means food for our good bacteria, probiotics. Okay? So you have the details of how to make all this healthy juice. I believe you can refer back or ask your upline or your friends who actually invited you to this meeting. So as for lunch, you go back to the balanced lunch. What is the balanced lunch? You can try to follow the suku separuh, Malaysia healthy plate. And then after lunch, you take 1 soft gel of Neutralite Salmon Omega Complex. Okay, and then for dinner, you can choose either the Body Key meal replacement shake. If you think that you need more, especially for guys, then you can add on with our soy protein drink, 1 to 2 scoop. Okay, and if possible, no food intake after 8 p.m. Just some sip of water after that. Okay, so this is just an example. But for my preference, I would prefer to take the Body Key meal replacement shake and protein drink in the morning. In fact, in the morning, after like what I mentioned just now, after I will take Body Key meal replacement, 1 packet, 1 pouch itself as my breakfast. To me, it's a nutritious breakfast. And I've been practicing this, I think also more than 10 years already, almost 20 years already. Okay. And in between, like for example, because I take my breakfast at 7, then I leave for work, then around 10 or 11, sometimes I might feel a little bit hungry. So what I did is I will take soy protein. So with this, I notice I'm able to manage my weight more easily. Okay, I don't have to change my wardrobe very frequent. In fact, my daughter always laugh at me, Mom, all the clothes like antique, you never change. That means what I wear 20 years back, right now I can still wear back the clothes. Okay, so I would find that this is a very good in terms of managing weight and stay healthy. Most importantly is stay healthy. So breakfast is really, really important. Okay. So you might experience this during the gut reset program. Some people might have body acne. Most would tell me that they have gas or bloating, especially after they take the functional food. So this would only last like 2-3 days, not to worry. Okay, the max is up to 5 days. So far, I haven't heard any of my friends who are having problem more than 5 days. Okay, it's a way your body try to adjust to the new way of diet or new way of eating habits. Okay, some might have headache, fatigue, skin irritation, nausea, or diarrhea. Not to worry, if any of this lasts more than 3 days, or in fact, if it ever happens, try to go back to your upline or your friends who introduced this program to you. Okay? So this cover all the nutrition part of the gut reset program. If we continue to look at it, the next one, in order to have well-being, you look at nutrition, activity, mindset, sleep, and stress. So right now we are at activity. So for activity, try to move more. If possible, if you can walk 10,000 steps per day, do so. Okay? If you can do some stretching in the morning or at night, by all means do so. If you can walk up the stairs instead of taking lift, walk the stairs. If you can stand versus sitting, might as well stand more. Okay, so make sure you are always on the move. The next one is how to stay or how to have a positive mindset. In order to have a positive mindset, we need to make sure we have enough sleep and then do some muscle relax activity or meditation. Some people might prefer to do meditation. Okay, and then love yourself more, motivate yourself more, or self-recognize yourself. Okay, say something. Yes, I did something good. Like for example, tonight you are spending time to learn more about nutrition. So give yourself a thumbs up. Yes, I'm learning something good for my health tonight. Okay, then the next one would be sleep. We need to have enough sleep because so that we can our good bacteria and bad bacteria, they can actually cultivate the healthy home, I would say the gut microbiome during our sleep. And the next one is we need to learn how to manage stress. Okay, because stress actually kills the gut microbiome. Stress is not good for our gut. Okay, so with good nutrition, with activity, with mindset, with enough sleep. As we sleep, we need to sleep at least 6 to 8 hours, and then we manage our stress. Then we can trust our gut feeling and reset it to transform a new healthy gut. Okay, and this would be my last slide. So for once we have a healthy gut, our gut able to digest and absorb the nutrients more effectively. So from day 15 to day 60, in terms of starting the weight management journey, I would strongly encourage you to join our eCBI Fit Fit program. Okay, do please ask your upline or your friends who invited you tonight to learn more about Fit Fit program. Okay, so your health begins in the gut. I wish all of us healthy and stay healthy. Okay, that's all for tonight. Thank you.
Okay, thank you to our speaker, Alicia. So I think we learned a lot today, especially about our benefit of gut health. So I think we all know what is the benefit and what is the importance of gut in our body. And it is actually the last time people didn't care much about gut. I think nowadays that's why Anyway introduced this program to make sure that for some people that last time already do like weight management, like maybe have yo-yo effect, maybe they can actually make some changes this time. Because maybe last time they didn't take care of their gut. And I think more important just now, at least say, it is more about our discipline on our daily intake. We after we do this gut reset, we know what we should take and what we should not take and what we should take less. So I think that's all for tonight. Thank you again, our speaker from the Spire, Alicia. So I hope you all can learn something today. And if anyone want more information, just like Alice got informed, and we put the outline about our future program now. So I think that's all for today. Thank you all for joining us for tonight. Hopefully we can see you guys next week on the same day and same time lah. All right. So that's all from us. Thank you again. Thank you CI. Goodbye. Good night. Thank you. Assalamualaikum.
It's an indication that you believe that Allah is the one whom you give charity to and who can replace that will with something even better. So please give generously to our brothers and sisters in Morocco who are currently dealing with the devastation of this natural disaster. Inshallah, with your help and support, we can help put back the pieces of their lives. Please make a contribution to the map. Stop making slides like this and try this instead. First, add a text box. Write your text and style it. Now you have to duplicate it and place them like this. Select both of the texts, right-click, and go to Format Object option. From there, remove the fill and click on Gradient Line. Add a gradient of black and white just like this. Now select the upper text and reverse the colors as shown. This looks great. From Insert tab, click on 3D Models and you'll get dozens of stock 3D models which suits almost everything. Now select one of those and add it to your slide. Duplicate the slide and go to the first slide. Select the text and picture format option aligned in the middle. Drag the planet out of the slide and rotate it from the center. Now select the slide, apply the morph transition, and let the magic happen. Good luck with this and hit that follow button so you don't miss any tutorials like this one. Stop making slides like this and try this instead. First, add a text box. Write your text and style it. Now you have to duplicate it and place them like this. Select both of the texts, right-click, and go to Format Object option. From there, remove the fill and click on Gradient Line. Add a gradient of black and white just like this. Now select the upper text and reverse the colors as shown. This looks great. From Insert tab, click on 3D Models and you'll get dozens of stock 3D models which suits almost everything. Now select one of those and add it to your slide. Duplicate the slide and go to the first slide. Select the texts and from Picture Format option, align them in the middle. Drag the planet out of the slide and rotate it. Now select the slide, apply the morph transition, and let the magic happen. Good luck with this and hit that follow button so you don't miss any tutorials like this one. Stop making slides like this and try this. Congratulations. $1 million credited in your bank account by Seth. Don't make your PowerPoint slides like this. Instead, let's insert a stock 3D model. There are so many to choose from, but this one looks good. Make it bigger and place it at the bottom. Then insert a text box and write your headline. We're going to copy this text and format it. Right-click to format shape. Select no fill in a solid line. Perfect. Copy it and place it behind the sun. Right-click and move backward. Duplicate this slide and let's change the first one. We're going to hold Command and select all the text boxes. Go back to the second slide and rotate the 3D model. Last step is to apply morph and you're done. This looks at least 10 times better. Follow me for more PowerPoint tutorials. Make your PowerPoints. Do you know that it's really easy to get all the Wi-Fi passwords from a Windows computer? This command, netsh WLAN show profile, shows us all the Wi-Fi profiles stored on this computer. And as you can see here, there's one called OMG, there's a TP-Link one, and there are various other Wi-Fi networks. To see the password of a Wi-Fi network, we can use the command netsh WLAN show profile, the name of the network. Now, you don't always have to put this in quotations, but if you have a problem, then use quotation marks. Key equals clear is going to show us the password in clear text. So if I press enter, notice there is the password. If you add pipe find string key with an uppercase K, that will just show you the password. And if I did that for another Wi-Fi network, in this case the TP-Link Wi-Fi network, notice the password is that. Hackers can use this to extract the information and copy it to a server somewhere to grab all your Wi-Fi passwords. So do you know that it's really easy to get all the Wi-Fi passwords from Open? It's not ceramic tiles or marble. It's called a carbon slate. Can be pasted on any wall surface. Lid can be infinitely connected with patterns. Height can be customized at will. If you want catalog, leave a message. It's not ceramic tiles or marble. It's called a carbon slate. Can be pasted on any wall surface. Lid can be infinitely connected with patterns. Height can be customized at will. If you want catalog, leave a message. It's not ceramic tiles or marble. It's called a carbon slate. Can be pasted on any wall surface. Lid can be infinitely. Ini adalah bagian buah-buahan dalam kehidupan belajar para pemuda setelah tahun 2009. Beli jeruk yang bagian atasnya bulat, jangan beli apel yang ujungnya runcing. Jangan pilih yang berbintik, pilih yang bergaris. Semakin dalam ujungnya, semakin manis. Anggur bagian bawah paling manis, buahnya juga manis. Pilih semangka dengan kulit kecil, lebih manis daripada yang besar. Lebih nyaman. Buah manggis semakin segar, semakin hijau. Kelapa muda dengan kulit lembut yang bisa memantul adalah baik. Kelompok bunga ini melambangkan daging buah. 5 kelompok bunga, 5 daging buah, 6 kelompok bunga. 6 potong buah daging. Yang berbintik-bintik jantan, yang berlingkar betina. 5 lebih manis daripada jantan. 5 lebih manis dari jantan. Perhatikan buah daun yang terlipat saat beli nanas. Jangan membeli yang berlubang dan kering. Pilihlah melon yang lebih kecil. Jangan beli yang bersikulau. Pilih yang matang-matangnya. Mangga yang masih menempel pada tangkainya, berbintik-bintik lebih enak. Pilih buah naga dengan sedikit hijau di bagian atas dan bulunya. Jangan beli yang terlalu besar dan jarang. Pilih pisang yang ramah. Yang kuning kemasan. Lebih baik sedikit biji-biji. Pilih isi, jangan pilih yang seluruhnya merah. Ini adalah bagian buah. Let me show you a trick. Insert for images. Put them in one corner. Select them and slide them down. Duplicate the slide. Make the first photo bigger and make it colorful. Duplicate again. And repeat the process like in the first slide. Duplicate again. And also repeat it. And do it one more time. Lastly, apply morph transition. Let me show you a trick. Insert for images and make them smaller. Now put them in one corner. Select them and slide them down. Duplicate the slide. Make the first photo bigger and make it colorful. Duplicate again. And repeat the process like in the first slide. Duplicate again. And also repeat it. And do it one more time. Lastly, apply morph transition. Let me show you a trick. Insert for images. So these 12 exercises that I do is the basic functions that we need for everyday life. Right now I am pushing, and now I am pulling, and now I am working on getting up and getting down. It's just a basic function here. And now I am pushing upwards. Squatting up and down so I can grab something that's low. Now I can grab something forward, or I can take steps like up the stairs, or anything. The ability to get onto the ground and use my core to be able to raise up my body, which is important for daily function. The ability to raise up our lower body. And now, running, kicking, striking, or simply reaching, which is the same thing. Jumping and having enough core strength to be able to hold our body up. These are the basic 12 exercises that allow us to be functionally strong for everyday life. And that's why I do them every day. So these 12 exercises that I do is the basic functions that we need for everyday life. Right now I am pushing, and now I am pulling, and now I am working on getting up and getting down. It's just a basic function here. And now I am pushing upwards. Squatting up and down so I can grab something that's low. Now I can grab something forward, or I can take steps like up the stairs, or anything. The ability to get onto the ground and use my core to be able to raise up my body, which is important for daily function. The ability to raise up our lower body. And now, TTC. TTC. Wow. TTSS. nggak sih kalau di Excel itu ada AI-nya? Di sini aku kasih tahu. Masuk menu insert, pilih get add-ins, search AI, tambahkan AI edit formula editor, centang, dan continue. Nah, otomatis muncul menu AI edit formula editor di bagian atas. Pilih AI generator, terus masukin masalah yang ingin kamu selesaikan. Submit, copy rumusnya, paste di sel datamu. Nah, udah deh, save aja dulu, siapa tahu nanti butuh. Kamu tahu nggak sih, kalau di Excel itu ada AI-nya? Di sini aku kasih tahu. Masuk menu insert, pilih get add-ins, AI, tambah. Aku Cina tak terguna yes, Cina ringnya tak cerak makan. Kena guna tambah action baking powder. Yang baking powder biasa tak boleh ya. Campur 10 gram dalam 200 gram tepung gandum yang biasa. Campurkan garam 1 teaspoon, minyak 1 teaspoon, air sejuk 140 gram macam tu.
Tapi kau tak tahu.
Ada yang tak lebih, ada yang tak kurang. Kena guna air sejuk, garam
Tidak
panas.
fit,